Hey YouTube world, let me start off by saying the reason why I'm making this video today is to showcase the epitome of why I love mid-range indie brands. I've got two different bags from two different brands that I want to show you. The first brand is Oleada. I completely poo-pooed this brand, I want to say almost 2 years ago, and the second brand is brand new to the handbag industry, so let's just get right into it. Let's start off with Oleada. I know you've seen a lot of content creators rave about their bags over the years. I, on the other hand, released a video talking about popular Instagram bags that I will not spend money on. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. I'll link it up above for you as well as down in the pinned comments section. That video did surprisingly well. It was quite controversial and all of you had so many different opinions, which is great. And I love hearing about everybody's perspective. To sum up what I said about Oleada in that video was that the information on their website was like incredibly confusing. They talked about using replated leather, recycled leather, and then only leather used by byproducts from the food industry, which I was like, is kind of a given. I also didn't like their designs, which I mainly picked on, like honed in on the Wavia backpack and the Marina bucket bag. I was pretty savage. I was a little extra on that video. Additionally, I did a video on the Loro Piana L19 where I said a vanity bag that's nothing special, it shouldn't cost thousands of dollars. So I did recommend Oleada's version over the Loro Piana, even though I wasn't a big fan of Oleada at the time. So needless to say, I was quite surprised to see an email from them pop up one day. I was like, oh, I wonder what they have to say. I was like, have they not seen my videos? So let me read this to you. We have been following your work and want to express our appreciation for your honest insights and reviews about various brands, including Oleada. I noticed that you have expressed some reservations about Oleada in your previous videos, and there are discussions with your audience about our bags, and some of them are even our customers. As an emerging indie brand, we're committed to refining Oleada while staying true to our mission to be practical, multifunctional, and stylish work bags for modern professional women. Since our rebranding last year, we believe our value resonates more deeply with our audience. And they go on to talk about, you know, their brand, their ethos, yada, yada. With that in mind, we're wondering if you'd be interested in reviewing the mini anchor bag. Your opinion means a lot to us, and we would appreciate the opportunity for you to share your unbiased thoughts on this product and our brand. We understand that your perspective is paramount, and if the bag does not meet your expectations, we completely respect that. We hope that this opportunity can spark a meaningful conversation between you, your audience, and our brand. We believe your viewers would be interested in your honest thoughts after experiencing our product firsthand. At first, I was like, oh, did you not see my videos? Then after reading that, I was like, oh, they are ballsy. And this is the thing I've noticed. I think a lot of brands are afraid of reaching out to me because I am brutally honest. I mean, maybe I am, but remember, I am always a consumer first, just like you, for everybody that's watching my videos. I try to be as objective as possible. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, I'm only as objective as what my experience and lifestyle consists of. So it really could end up being subjective. But if the leather smells like plastic, or if it smells chemically, it smells like plastic and chemically, there's no way around it. Or if the hardware is chipping, I'm gonna show the facts, right? So bringing it back to Oleada, and after their email to me, they now have my respect as a brand. Regardless if I think the products are great or not, they're always seeking for customer feedback and improving their products. And this is why I love indie brands. So I did a whole entire video on 10 reasons why to buy or not to buy micro/indie brands. And I did hit on the point talking about customer feedback and how they should be taking it in. So onto the actual bag review. The experience, I didn't do an unboxing video or anything, but the experience is very nice. They have a customized box, and then when you open it up, The dust bag is actually a tote bag, which I thought was a very smart design. Like, let's have a dust bag that actually is multifunctional, very true to their philosophy and ethos, right? And the bag I picked out is their hero product, which I'm sure, again, you've seen all of the reviews out there. This is the mini anchor in the burgundy color. And you know, I love burgundy. So I thought that was a perfect opportunity. But to finish up the thought about the dust bag, the interior is waterproof. So again, very smart design. I think this is a fantastic way to create a very innovative dust bag instead of your usual drawstring, which, you know, you don't really have any other use than just stuff it in there or stuff it in the bag. So I already started using this bag, and I would say compared to the Loro Piana L19, I would choose this one over that one all day, every day, just by the cost to value ratio. They definitely put their own take on it with the whole Oleada waves, and then you can see the design, which I think is much more unique than the Loro Piana one. And the zipper itself is very smooth. Again, that's my gripe with vanity bags in general, just there's no avoiding it, but it is more of a two-hand kind of bag where if you want to access it, you do have to use two hands, unless like you kind of like put it in the front and then just pull it open real quick and just to go access the bag and grab whatever you need. Not the biggest fan of the multicolor tabs here. It is a very fun design. Personally, again, this is just personal preference. I rather have the bag seem a little bit more seamless and just make both of them the same color. Now you can wear this bag as a crossbody, a shoulder bag, or just a top handle. Or if you want to turn it into a backpack, they do include an extra strap here. The back, there is a back pocket. It does fit my phone. So point, as I always say, I do prefer that this back pocket, yes, it's much more easy for you to access without a zipper, but I feel like the zipper would actually keep it much more seamless, because when there is no closure or a zip compartment here, the more you kind of pull on it, it kind of just like pops open, so it doesn't look as flush anymore. So that's just my take on that. But it is a nice design. It feels very soft. The interior is microfiber lined. They do have the hooks or D-rings down here if you want to change it into a backpack. I'm wondering, I haven't tried this out, but maybe also possible wear it like a belt bag if you go diagonally. I don't know. I think the straps might be a little too thin for that. But if they included a different strap, like a thicker strap, maybe they can wear it. We can wear it like a kind of like a belt bag, right? That would be kind of cool. I do like how the gold foiling of their logo is just on the side, very low key, very inconspicuous. The interior does fit quite a bit while being incredibly lightweight. You've got the zip compartment right here, so you can keep stuff that's a little bit more important and just have things more secure. And they do have two slip pockets here as well. So I've got my usual stuff. I was just using it. If I wanted to fit more stuff in here, I definitely can. Again, I think that this fabric right here is very soft, but I also think they could have done a little bit better. Again, this is just me nitpicking here. It's not like a break deal or anything, but it would look much more seamless if the fabric was actually glued down to the actual leather itself. I do like how the interior bottom, the fabric is stitched down. That is extra point for me, where it's not just a loose piece of fabric, and then it seems like this extra piece down here is a base shaper as well, so that it keeps the structure of the bag really nice. Taking a look at the leather, it is this pebbled leather that seems pretty durable. However, I think it is pretty processed. Not that that's a break deal, as long as it's leather, it's not recycled leather, but I'm smelling the bag. It doesn't smell like anything. It smells kind of processed, but it's like super faint. For me, I just love being punched in the face with the smell of leather, and this is not something that you're gonna get, which is completely fine. I mean, again, there are a lot of purses out there that I enjoy and love, even though I don't smell the leather. For example, you know, Dress Up Your Purse, they have fantastic leather. It's incredibly durable, but you don't smell leather whatsoever. Taking a look at the glazing is done very well, like it's immaculate. I've seen lots of brands out there with bags that are thousands of dollars, and like Savet, right? Savet, I've talked about this. They are considered an American indie brand. However, they charge thousands of dollars for their bags, and their glazing is just like very sloppy. Whereas this one, they've done very well. Looking at the hardware, the gold hardware is a shiny gold hardware. Have I seen better hardware? Yes. Have I seen worse hardware? Also yes. So I would say the hardware quality is kind of like in the middle of the road. We'll see how it wears and tears in the future to see if there's any chipping. I don't think it's gonna have immediate chipping, but if you were to wear this bag for many, many years and on a daily basis and it goes through a beating, I could totally see the hardware chipping. But overall, I think the zipper is very smooth. Nothing really to complain about the hardware for the price that they're charging. I don't see any loose stitching, so it's done very well. Now, I know this is a New York-based brand, and I'm assuming they don't say this anywhere on their website, and you know I have nothing against products that are made in China. It doesn't say in there. I don't see anywhere where it's made. So I'm assuming it's made in China. So like I said, I don't have anything against it, but one thing I've noticed about bags that are made in China, at this particular price range, usually the straps are incredibly stiff. And it's the same thing with Dress Up Your Purse. Their straps are kind of, I don't know, it's just like a style maybe, but you can see how it is incredibly stiff. And when it first came in, it was all bunched up like this, right? So this is something that you would have to like hang on a doorknob just to get it straightened out, and it's not bended like this, because then if you were to wear this bag with the strap without kind of straightening out, it does look a little bit wavy. So not my favorite. I wish the leather was much softer on this so that you don't have an issue. And of course, if it bends around like this, then it's hard to store. The strap is just literally flying around. One thing I did notice is that they did do an engraving on their hardware, which I think is fantastic. More companies should do more customizing, making it more proprietary and making it more special instead of just using generic, hardware. So overall, after their rebranding, I think they are on the trajectory of building a pretty successful business. Revisiting their website, their ethos and their philosophy has been explained a little bit better. Their designs definitely have improved. The mini coast bag is cute, but I wish they would offer it in different sizes, which I'm pretty sure because that's a newer release and they'll come out with different sizes. And if they were to go smaller than the mini, the top handle should be shorter, because I did see reviews from, I think, a couple people where they say the handles when they wear it as a crossbody, it was a little bit too long. Now, if they want to go with a larger version of that same mini coast bag, like a bigger version, which I know the bowler bag is very on trend right now, the top handle should be much, much longer so that we can easily throw it over our shoulders. I still do not like the Wavia bag, the backpack, just because I'm not a backpack person. Same thing with this one. You can wear it as a backpack, but I don't think I ever will. The mini anchor bag is definitely their hero product. And I also noticed that they didn't offer warranty, which is fine, because most indie brands don't, even though I think they should. They still have their recycling program, which I think they should show us what they do and use the recycled leather for. Kind of like Polen, where they use the scrap pieces of leather to make keychains. Dress Up Your Purse also use scrap leather to make little heart keychains as well. And I also forgot to mention this little pouch that they sent me as well. Maybe they use the scrap or recycled pieces that, they take back from, their recycling program. They can show that they make it into these little pouches, free gift with purchase, or charge something a little bit less so that, one, you're reusing, as opposed to, again, this the same goes back to what I originally said, that if they take in recycled bags, the pieces of leather, if they reuse it on an actual bag that I'm paying full price on, like I wouldn't be cool with that. But if it's something like this, I would be okay with it because it's a small leather good. And I do really enjoy that they, would use recycled leather from their older bags that people turn in and make something like this. And this is actually incredibly cute. So if I want to put cards in here, if I want to just be on the go, the strap is much longer so that you can just wear it as a wristlet. So I thought that was very cute. And I thought this little heart shape would be hard for the zipper to kind of zip around, but it's actually really smooth. So would I recommend Oleada as a brand? As of today, I would say yes, especially if you are eyeballing a vanity bag or perhaps the Loro Piana L19. I would say buy this one all day, every day. For me, vanity bags are just not really convenient in general. So if you want to test it out, because I had the Dior vanity bag, or if you're looking at the Chanel or whatever, don't spend thousands of dollars for vanity bags. This, yes, it could be your everyday bag, but if you just want to test out the vanity kind of style, this is a great place to start, and it is very durable for you to use on a daily basis. So my message to Oleada or any indie brand that could be watching a video like this is to continue listening to consumers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Also go on Reddit or Perseform to look at people's commentary on your own brand and improve on it and build on it, because that's how you're going to be successful. Before I show you the second bag from a different brand, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Drop me a comment, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know you are new here so I can welcome you to my channel. If you are returning, you guys know what to do. I rely on you every single week. So the second brand is called Seyclair. Taja? Not quite sure. The brand owner reached out to me and we had a really nice conversation. She, as the brand owner, and this is completely new, this brand is completely new to the handbag industry. She really does watch my videos along with other YouTubers, I'm sure, as she's doing research on what consumers are looking for, which I really appreciate, right? She told me a little bit about her story, how she named each of these designs after a woman in her life. So I really wanted to, support small businesses just to kind of showcase another brand that's out there that could work for you and your lifestyle. And this brand is based in Luxembourg, even though she is an immigrant that has been living in Luxembourg for quite a while. So it is technically a Luxembourg brand. And this bag I'm showing you, instead of me yapping, let me just show you, was the first bag that she ever designed, and it is called the Natasha, and she named it after her mother, which I was like, oh, that's so cute and super sweet. It is a hobo bag, and I'm not usually like a hobo person or just like this massive bag or even a slouchy person. She even mentioned that when I said, yeah, I'll give the Natasha a try because it's named after your mother, right? And she was just like, huh, based on your videos, I figure you would pick a structured bag. I was like, oh, you actually watch my videos. I appreciate that. You actually understand my style. The leather is just so soft and swishy, and it's in this beautiful chocolate color. The glazing, I'm looking at it, is done really nice. The stitching looks immaculate as well. At the bottom, you'll see feet, which is great for a big bag, especially if you want to put it on the floor. It protects the bag. The strap here is super soft. Again, I was talking about the strap from Oleada, where this one is actually quite stiff. This one is just buttery soft. Now, talking a little bit about the leather. The leather smells processed, unfortunately. Even though this is incredibly soft, but the leather is just, yeah, doesn't smell the best, I would say. And Taha, if you're watching this, I know you can probably figure that out. It's not like an offensive smell. Does it affect the use? I can, definitely use this bag, no problem, and won't be like you're walking around like a chemical bomb or anything, but it just has that little faint smell. The interior is just this open compartment. It's a little hard to show you, but it's just an open compartment where there is one zip pocket. The zipper is very smooth, lovely. And then you also have this laptop compartment. So obviously it's large enough for you to wear to work and then be really stylish as you're going to work with, your entire laptop instead of just using a backpack or whatever. And the strap is very thick, so it's gonna be super comfortable for you to bring lots of heavy stuff in here. Ooh, this one is also padded, like this portion, the laptop, so it's gonna protect your laptop pretty nicely because this one's padded, so I do like that. The laptop flap needs to be secured, so a little button or some sort of magnet would probably be better. Now on to some critique about the bag. Again, she is a small brand. I'm sure she is doing a lot of research, so I'm giving her my personal feedback, right? When it comes to the strap right here, this lock and kind of, I guess, closure of the bag restricts how you can access the bag. Now, if this is a work bag, then you would want to take your laptop in and out of it, right? It comes with a little key, which is attached to the bag, which is really convenient, but you do have to unlock it, open it up, unstrap it, and then take out your laptop. Yes, it keeps your laptop incredibly secure, but for this bag, it's kind of like an armpit bag, armpit hobo bag. I don't think anybody's gonna rip out your laptop very easily. So For me, that's just kind of like a hassle. And to be fair, it's the same feedback I would have for my Hermes Picotin as well, because it's the same design, right? Now, obviously, this is not a workhorse bag. This is like, hey, I'm going out to brunch. So it's not like a big deal, and you don't have a whole lot of stuff that is large enough for you to kind of need to undo this and take your stuff out, right? But I do find this portion of the Hermes Picotin to be a little bit annoying as well. So I wonder if I were to wear the bag like this, it would still be very cute. So I would just keep the strap in here and it would still be incredibly cute. Just a very simple tote. So I think when I wear this, maybe to work, or perhaps I just need to bring a lot of stuff with me, I think I would just wear it very simple instead of having the hardware and the lock kind of hanging out on here. Additionally, she did send the bag in this massive box, right? Like, it is huge. I'm sure when it comes to the shipping, that is not going to be cheap. So again, my feedback, as much as I love this presentation, I think this is completely unnecessary. Like, take the money that you would spend on this box, which again, I don't know who would keep this box. It might just end up in the recycle bin or whatnot, but I think instead of creating such a massive box, again, I know this is a bigger bag, but take the money that you would spend on this box and spend it on getting better hardware. Going back to Oleada's dust bag, like, hey, crates, take that again, take the money from the box and turn it into a multifunctional dust bag like Oleada did, right? So that's just, again, how my brain works. And, you know, when it comes to spending money, like, how am I going to spend the money wisely to get the best ROI, right? Like, for me as a consumer, I think this is way smarter, less shipping fee, less cost to make the actual box. And again, reallocating that to something that actually is really important. I only keep the boxes for high-end designer brands like, you know, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, because when you are looking to sell that item, it always sells better if you have a full set, right? When you are working with mid-range brands, like, I don't think the box matters that much. It's not going to make or break a sale of yours. And that's the only reason why you would keep a box, right? One more thing that I think is incredibly smart about Oleada is that if I were to use this to go grocery shopping or whatever, free advertisement. You're saying Oleada, right? Like, if they wanted to even make this more of a advertisement for them, but like, you know, we all advertise for Hermes or Gucci or Louis Vuitton, right? Taking their shop bags and turning it into an actual grocery bag or whatever. So overall, I think she has improvements to make, but I know she's just starting out. So I'm excited to see what she comes up with in the future. And if you want to just show a small business support, go to her Instagram, give her a follow, take a look at her website, just to familiarize yourself with what design she's got. And of course, if you are interested, I would say, hey, support a small brand, and hopefully we'll see great things coming from her brand in the future. So I hope you really enjoyed that video. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all next time.